Look how nice you can see the right here. Look how beautiful. Yeah, outside looks great. Inside, miserable. Right, so I just installed a software, and I guess what you're looking at right here is the Elgato software. I wanted to put this in 4K 60, but I had some lag. Let's see if it works right now. So this is in 4K 60. It's no longer lagging. Once I plugged it in, I still have the mount. I have it on a tripod right now. But once I actually plugged it in, it updated the firmware. And then it started to lag. I had to, anyways. But I am simply not very happy with the image quality. Right now, I'm gonna turn off. The only light in my entire room is the light that's blinding me right now from above. Right now, I think it's trying to do something. It's all in automatic. Right now, I can actually read a book with the light that's in my room. Like the camera thinks that it's basically nighttime. Well, unless you look at the window. But I can actually read a book without hurting my eyes. So there's quite a lot of light inside my room, but the camera's not picking up that light at all. Like, I don't know what's up with that. I was expecting from a bigger sensor and all that blah 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 to get much better results. Again, I could read a book with the light in my room, but the camera basically thinks it's nighttime. That's just how it is. This is 2K. So now let's put this in 1080 60. Let's see if we the image looks absolutely disgusting right now. This is 1080 60. It's very bad. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah. I need to turn on, let's see. Let me just stick with the natural light that's coming from outside a moment and put this on. Oh, we don't high. So high is blurred out. Wide. Oh, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. Okay, let's go back to 4K 30 frames. This is 4K 30 frames. Oh, and now we have high. Wow. And this is with high dynamic range on. The quality is absolutely disgusting. It's what I would call it. It's absolutely horrible. Right. 4K 60. Let's go. Let's go with some 4K. Oh, so this is 4K 60. Standard dynamic range. High is no longer available in 4K 60 frames. We'll go for some wide dynamic range. This is very bad. 4K 30 frames. This is 4K 30 frames, and we can go for some high dynamic range. Great. As you can see, it exposes for the window outside, but other than that, the image is horrible, absolutely horrible. I do have noise reduction turned to low. Let's turn it off. Wow. So this is noise reduction turned to off. Let's leave this on standard. It's so off noise reduction, standard dynamic range, which I kind of wanted to leave it on standard. And yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad. Let's turn on. So I like the image right now. It's disgusting. Like, oh my god, I'm blind. First of all, right now the light is super bright, but the camera thinks it's semi. Let's go with high dynamic. Okay, so this is what high dynamic range looks like. Wow. It's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. Let me just turn on the light a little bit. Yeah, no, this is very bad. This is very bad. Noise reduction, high noise reduction. You cannot see my face. I look like a ghost, and this is high noise reduction right now. But you can see the balcony, and it's raining outside and whatnot, but you can see the balcony and the window. Look how nice you can see the right here. Look how beautiful. Yeah, outside looks great. Inside, miserable. Okay. Maybe we should just keep this on low noise. There's no difference. There's no difference. Why would it be? Let's see if we can actually pull. My God, the image is super bad. Super bad. Okay. How can we improve this? How can we improve this? Everything is on automatic. Dynamic range to high. Again, no. Let's leave the dynamic range to standard. Yeah. Standard dynamic range. I feel like the granularity is okay-ish, but I'm super overexposed right here. But let's see, like the colors, there's a lot of noise. And right now, there's so much light over there. In real life, there's so much light. The camera is not picking up any of that light. Any of it. Like right there, it thinks it's dark, but in reality, it's completely not. It's completely not in reality. Yeah. Whew, what a disappointing camera this is. My God. It needs a lot of light. Let's turn on more light. So this is the light from above. And yeah, I guess it's semi better. I need to raise this up. Just cut. Okay, I feel like it's giving me a better shot. And right now, with the light from above, the entire room is super lit. Again, there's so much light going on there. Everything is very bright behind me in reality. But on camera, it's semi. Those shadows that you see are very harsh. In reality, they're not that harsh. Basically, I feel like this is a very small sensor or whatever. I'm not an expert, but it's not letting a lot of light in. And it's not so bad over there either. Let's go with some high dynamic range. Yeah. Right now, it's the window and everything looks a bit better, but I am super, super wide. Blown out. Wide is a bit better, but not too much. And then standard is pretty much the same with wide, I would go with. Noise reduction, I don't like noise reduction. I want this to be on off. Yeah. And this needs to be on 50 hertz because I was getting some flickering. And this needs to be on 50 hertz, not 60 hertz. And noise reduction off. There's so much granularity right here. This is bad. The camera is slightly moving when I'm moving the mouse just because I don't have the proper tripod on. But yeah, and if we go with low on noise reduction, the image becomes smoother. I just don't agree with the noise reduction situation. I don't like it on, but this is not a real camera. This is a webcam, so I guess we're gonna have to go with that. Okay, let's try to make this better. This is the effects tab. Apparently you need an NVIDIA graphics card. I'm running this on AMD. So you should know that all the AI stuff happens only and specifically on NVIDIA. If you have an AMD rig, you're not going to be able to use any of those things. But you can use them in OBS, but just as a heads up. AMD simply does not. All right, so let's see. The contrast. Compensation. Let me just try to get a better somehow image quality. Like, I'll turn that light off just because it's bothering me a lot. And let's see. Can we go up? Yeah, but the more we go up is just not exactly sure what's happening, but I turned that off. And shutter speed is 1/60th, which should be double. It is. And let me just add in some ISO. That's a lot. If we keep, I saw in a YouTube video, someone was doing 400 ISO. Okay, let me just bump this all the way up. Let me turn on my light. Right. And now I have pretty much all the lights, almost. Let me just turn this on as well. Right. So now I have all the lights in the room turned on. It's super, super incredibly bright. Super incredibly bright right now. My eyes are hurting. And the camera thinks that everything is dark. I like how well this is exposed. That's superb. That is absolutely superb. But other than that, yeah, and there's no more noise around here either. There's no noise here, which is great. The image looks absolutely fantastic. You just can't see anything. High dynamic range. A bit better. Like a bit better. But I kind of want to keep this on standard. What if I go 1080-60? Let's see. This is 1080-60. Is there any difference? No. I feel like there's less detail around the socket here. And if we go back, let's go for 4K 60. Any difference? Any difference? No. Probably absolutely no difference whatsoever. ISO. Let's see how much ISO. Oh, okay. So 700 ISO, 1000. Let's go for 1000 sharp. 10, and it doesn't want to do that. Okay, so right now, yeah, 1000 ISO. But there's like so much light in this room, yet the image is yeah. You need a lot. I'm just gonna turn this off. There we go. I feel like that's better for my eyes, but you can't see anything. Like, you cannot see anything. Saturation, contrast. This looks much more better, right? Absolutely. 50%, I guess. Sharpness, do you want to? Yeah. We'll leave that to 50%. I feel like it's too much sharpness. And right now, shutter speed. Oh, the shutter speed is not correct because it has to be at 120, right? This is the correct shutter speed right now. Now we are in the correct shutter speed. Yeah. And the image looks disgusting, I would call it. And if we take the noise off. Yeah. Yeah, this looks bad. No, we need to keep this on low. Now it's better. White balance, do we want to mess around with this? I don't think I want to mess around with that. Let's just leave that on auto. Yeah, so you saw the Senpai hentai gaming, Heller video where he did his own review. And you saw a bunch of other videos on YouTube, like hundreds of videos. Probably not a lot of people are going to be watching this video. But basically, in all of those videos, the Facecam 4K looked absolutely amazing. I must be doing something wrong. Maybe I don't have a light that's correctly, even though it's so bright in here. It's super, super bright. Like, you have no idea how much light is in this room right now. Yet, this is all I'm getting. Like, I don't know how much light I need. And it's insane. This is the guy, Night Owl.
This is the brand new webcam for all.
Right, this is the guy. And he said he had his settings to ISO 400. And you see how much light he has? You see how much light he has? And the ISO is... I don't know why the shutter speed is 130. I don't understand the mathematics. It should be 160 right now. But yeah. So he has all of that to 50. No zoom, all right, and shutter speed standard and 400. And how much light does he have in his studio? Because, oh, did I break it? So this is what he's using, except I'm at 60 frames and he was at 30 frames. But this is the ISO that he was using. Also dynamic range standard. And noise doesn't matter. He doesn't show the noise. But how much light does he have in his studio? Because I am super light. There's so much light in here. You have no idea how much light it is. Like, it's so bright. My eyes hurt. I cannot play video games or watch content with so much light. Yet the camera doesn't pick up any of this light. It's crazy. It is crazy. I would imagine that, look at this. Now it feels a bit better. 3890 ISO. What am I doing wrong? Like, saturation, he's playing around with the settings. Still 400 ISO, still. HDR is limited to 30 only. Yeah, I am aware of that. Noise reduction, I don't want that. So right now, yeah, I only have wide. This is wide. This looks so bad. Leave it on standard. But what am I doing wrong? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Look at this. Like, what are we? 1300 ISO, and he had 400 ISO, and I'm at one. Like, what am I doing wrong? How much light that this guy has in his studio? Look at, like, he has a little bit of light here, a powerful light here. He has a key light on his face right there. I don't understand the difference between his setup and my setup. Oh man. You need some very powerful lights for basically this webcam. This is it. I have nothing else to show you. The effects are whatever. You can use a bunch of LUTs. I don't care about the LUTs. AI background. Again, it says NVIDIA effects unavailable because I'm running an AMD graphics card. An AMD GPU is required. I don't have an AMD GPU. Mirror flip, I don't want to do none of those things. And these are all the settings. Automatic. This is on automatic right now. It looks bad. It looks pretty bad. Like, it looks pretty compensation. This is something that was he using compensation? No, because he's not on automatic. What is this? This is better. A little bit better, but not too much. Yeah. Yeah, basically, unlike any other YouTuber that I've seen a bunch of reviews myself, this is what to expect from the Facecam 4K from Elgato. This is the image quality that you can get. I don't think that I can stream or record content with all of this light on me. Prior to this, when I was recording a bunch of videos, I had the DJI Pocket 2. And I was recording in automatic settings and whatnot. And that particular camera, this is the camera basically, right? This is the camera. This camera is 1,000,000 times better than, but you cannot use that camera for doing live streaming or any type of, it's much more difficult. But that camera handles low light like a champion. This is bad. Like, this is bad. Like, if I would add a bunch of lights there, I feel like you need a lot of lights in the studio to get a good result. Like, right now, the result is, as you can see, and if I'm gonna go with, let's say, 1080-60, 1080-60. Is there any difference between 4K and 1080-60? I'm not sure. I guess it is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Let's leave it in 4K again. 4K. Okay. But this is crazy. Like, this is absolutely, this blows my mind that you need all of that, like all of that ISO just to get, yeah, for 280 euros, which if you're from the States or you're from Canada, I guess you could get it at $200, which is the retail price or whatever. But if you're from Europe or you're from UK, you're not going to get it at that price. This is the Elgato Facecam, not the stuff that you see from those very famous YouTubers or whatever. This guy is not a famous YouTuber. This man is not. But there's quite a lot of famous YouTubers bragging about this webcam and how amazing it is. I'm assuming that it could be. First of all, this t-shirt is blue. It's a rather navy blue, but the camera thinks it's black. 100% black, which is not the case. Okay. But yeah, this is a more real life scenario of this camera. Right. I'm looking at this socket. You see the glow from the light on this socket, and all of this area which the camera thinks it's all dark, it's not. There's so much light happening over there. Like, there's so much light, guys. You can see every single detail right here, right here. You can't see anything. You can, in real life, there's so much light there, but the camera thinks it's dark. Yeah, Yeah, I don't want to get any hate or something like that, but this is a real worst scenario of what the Facecam Elgato can do. What do you think? 280 euros? I don't know. Do you think this could do a better job? Should I plug this in? Let's plug this in. Let's plug this in. Let's plug this in. So this is the Logitech. You can't even see it. Logitech. This is the 9020. You know. Let's plug this in. This is gonna fall. This is not gonna. All right, let me just unplug. Yeah. This is the Logitech right now. Super. Am I getting a better picture from the Logitech 920 than the Elgato? I don't know. It's very close because it's like. How can I fiddle with the settings? Can I fiddle with the settings? Video settings. Camera settings? Rule, no. Use an app, no. Video quality. 1080, 60, 60. Related settings. Oh, that's it. You could probably... Let's see. I feel like this has... There's a lot of granularity right here. Sure, you could probably fiddle with it in OBS or in any other. And this probably could go better. Let me just... Very overexposed over here, but I still think that, sure, the Elgato, which I have right here. Oh, this is so hot. This is quite warm. I've been using it for about 40 minutes, 30 minutes. This is pretty warm. What if you stream for 10 hours? Can you imagine streaming on this for 10 hours, getting so warm? Like, I'm concerned right now because this is right here. It's warm. It's also warm on the back where the PCB is, but this feels flimsy. Like I'm pushing with my finger on this and this feels a bit flimsy. Yeah, this is not high quality at all. This is warm after 40 minutes of usage in what, 4K 60, messing around with it. It's quite... Imagine streaming on this for 10 hours. I have my doubts. Like, you know, I stream for 8 hours. Sometimes I go for 10 hours depending on, you know, the day. But I've never streamed on this. This is the first time I will attempt to stream on this. The Logitech never gets warm. Like maybe a little bit after like what, 4 or 5 hours, but no. This is warm after 40 minutes. Yeah, it's quite... Man, like... And nobody talks about this stuff. You know, all those reviews, Heller, the Senpai Gaming guy, yeah, he never said that this gets warm. And all those studio lights in his house and all of that makes the camera look great. But when you don't have all those studio lights, yeah. Huh. I'm gonna have to end the video. That's the Logitech 9020. You just saw the Elgato. You make up your mind. Thing is, there's nothing else to purchase on the market. There's nothing else to purchase on the market. You could get the Pro. I don't know if the Pro gets hot. But the Pro hunts. And the Pro is much more expensive. I spent 280 euros on this. The Pro would have probably cost me around 400 euros. Something around 400 euros, right? Because the prices that you see on the Elgato webpage, like if you're from the States, you might be able to get those prices. But other than that, if you're from Europe, you're not gonna get those prices. So, and the Logitech 9020 is available everywhere. I'm not, you know, you need to compare Apple with apples. right? The 920 is a super, super, super old webcam. This is brand new technology. This uses the Starvis Sony 2. The previous camera had the 1. This is the latest sensor from Sony. It's the best. It's the number 1. It's the super good. And you saw the image quality. You need a lot of light. You need key lights, rim lights, blowjob lights. I don't know what type of lights you need, but the Logitech is, I'm thinking right now, I'm not ending the video, the Logitech is 30, I believe, 30 euros, 30, 40 euros, 35 euros with maybe 40 euros. You'll get it for 40 euros. I paid 280 euros for this. You tell me if this is worth 280 versus 40 euros. You tell me. A whopping 240 euros. So 35 euros, 40 euros, 280 with shipping. Shipping included. It's absolutely crazy. I still don't think that this is worth all this money. At this point, probably a Sony A51 or a Sony A6100, except you need the capture card and you need the lens. The lens is $250 or euros. So yeah, and the camera itself, the Sony, goes for around 500 euros. Plus the lens, you're gonna go to what, 1,000 euros to get a decent image. So that's gonna be much more expensive. All right, I'm just rambling. Thank you so much for watching. You make up your mind if this is worth the money.